Hello and welcome to the final video of our three-part series. This video will cover how it works. How did we get from the philosophy in video 1 to the results in video 2? At Kairos, we aren't beholden to any particular model or to what other schools are doing. We're only beholden to our students and families. We ask for their input constantly, and we use that input to improve our school in ways large and small. Kairos runs in 8-week improvement and growth cycles, so every cycle at Kairos is better than the last. And everything we do at Kairos, personalized learning, project-based learning, individualized coaching and choice, and community building or civic leadership, is meant for students to practice real life in 21st century America. So let's start with personalized learning. The idea behind personalized learning is to recognize that every child learns differently, that each will be in a different place with the material, work at a different pace, and access content best in different ways. As a class type, personalized learning covers objective information, right and wrong answer kind of stuff. In a traditional school, this kind of information is covered in a class lecture where 30 students receive the same information at the same time and at the same pace. We flip that process, providing instruction on demand to each student through the nation's best personalized learning curriculum and platform, Summit Learning. As students work through their personalized content and goals, they have to demonstrate mastery on a topic before they can move on. So instead of shuffling students along before they're ready, we make time the variable and mastery the constant. But all the content knowledge in the world is useless unless we do something with it. That's why in every subject, in every unit, students spend the bulk of their time, 70%, showing what they've learned by applying it to creative, collaborative, real-world projects. Project-based classes have 15 to 20 students and center around teacher-facilitated, cognitively guided work, not lecture. There, students discuss, collaborate, and get subjective feedback from the teacher on drafts of their project. This approach has several advantages. First, hands-on projects are just more fun than a lecture. And because they often include a public product, students aren't just motivated by grades. They want to be proud of what they produce and share. Second, students are also more likely to retain knowledge and skills when they apply them to projects, both because the projects provide extra practice with that skill and because people just retain information better that comes with context. Projects create memorable moments that help information stick. And finally, projects engage deeper learning. Students have to create, critique, reflect, and collaborate. We've partnered with the Stanford School of Education to codify these capacities into what we call the Cognitive Skills Rubric. Because the rubric is used to assess each project, and because it grows with students over time, we're able to understand student progress on a deeper level than just reading, writing, and arithmetic. You may find yourself asking, if my student's working at their own pace, who's making sure that they're adequately challenged? Enter the coach. Every student at Kairos is assigned a one-on-one coach or mentor. That coach only works with 5 to 10 other students. They stay with those students through all of middle school, and they communicate regularly with parents. The coach meets with each of their students 2 to 3 times a week to personalize their academic trajectory, teach the student key executive functioning skills, and support the student through the highs and lows of middle school. This strong relationship forms the basis of secure attachment in school and the foundation for student success. Gradually, coaches transfer choices to the student over how, where, when, and on what they work. By the time they're in 10th or 11th grade, students function basically like college kids. Now, most students aren't immediately ready for this level of choice. It takes practice, so we don't just drop them straight into the deep end. Each Kairos kid follows their own winding path toward this full choice, and each student receives personalized support from their coach along the way. But the strength of a school, of a community, is so much more than just the sum of individual student successes and growth. At Kairos, we create space for students to build authentic relationships, to know and be known on a deeper level. This starts, of course, with the student's coach. Each coach is then paired with another to form a house, basically a homeroom. At the end of each week, houses hold Circle, a ritualized and intentional space where students build a sense of empathy and belonging. This practice promotes kindness through understanding. But of course, kids are kids, so when feelings do get hurt, our restorative justice team facilitates mature conversations to resolve the issue and heal the relationship, what we call relationship work. But we don't just want to build a sense of community for kids while they're at Kairos. We want to teach students how to build strong communities themselves after Kairos. To do that, we ask students to practice civic leadership by participating on student council, see the thought bubbles for a sampling of their accomplishments, joining the restorative justice committee, designing their own club, we have over 40, or engaging with the community outside Kairos through events and externships. Now, the goal of these videos was to cover the basic information in a convenient way. But of course, it's not the full picture. If you have any additional questions, or you'd like to see what the school looks like from the inside, you can join me for a virtual tour by clicking the link below. I can't wait to get to know your family a little bit better. Thanks for listening, and I hope to see you soon.